At the break of dawn, while the city still sleeps, he is already rubbing his eyes. His mornings are a swift routine, and he leaves the house before the sun rises. His calendar is filled with a litany of endless obligations. Sometimes his day is exceedingly efficient, and at other times he feigns work to give himself a few moments of respite. When the streets have emptied, he enters his home, but his loved ones are already asleep. Tired, he reflects on the day gone by in the silence of the dark kitchen. Each new day is another battle for a better material future for his family. This is, in brief, the life of today's warrior. But this is not a fight for fire or seasonal hunting after which one drags a fat dinosaur back to the cave by its tail. This describes the lifestyle of many of us, in some cases forced by circumstances, and in others, it is the free choice of a man or a woman. Excessive work and the associated stress significantly impact family life. Primarily, we have less and less time for our loved ones, weakening bonds because it limits the opportunity for joint rest and building relationships. Additionally, work-related stress often transfers home, causing tensions and conflicts. A stressed person may tend to vent emotions on loved ones, negatively affecting the home atmosphere. Moreover, chronic work-related stress can lead to health problems. What is destructive in such situations is the solidification of unhealthy behavior patterns. It's as if we're telling children that a good parent is one who often buys great gifts, but is rarely home. In the longer term, these negative patterns can contribute to deepening the emotional distance between partners or between parents and children, and even to permanent damage to these relationships. And how will our child build relationships in their adult life? We live in times when the work culture seems to dominate every aspect of our existence. We often hear that work ennobles, but have we ever considered that modern work culture can also destroy what is most precious in life? In this incessant whirlwind of duties, it is easy to forget what truly matters in life: our loved ones, time spent together, moments full of love and mutual support. But what does the Bible say about this? Does the contemporary rhythm of life match what God expects from us? As Jesus would say today, man shall not live by bread alone behind the wheel of his splendid machine. It is essential to nourish oneself with the word and wisdom from God. Let us pay attention to how easy it is to succumb to social pressure and start identifying our worth with professional achievements and possessions. According to the Holy Scriptures, such an approach is not only wrong, but dangerous. The Bible certainly does not condemn work and its fruits, but it encourages us to maintain balance and reminds us that man should not live by work alone. In the pursuit of professional success, let us not forget that work does not define our worth in God's eyes, but our heart and relationship with Him and our loved ones do. We must work because it is an important instrument that shapes our lives. But at the same time, let us remember the creation story, where after 6 days of work, God rested. God established the Sabbath day for a reason, so we could rest from our duties and focus on what is more important. This divine rest algorithm is a reminder that the balance between work and rest is crucial. This is not a call to work 6 days a week. It's an allegory about the necessity of moderation. Give most to God and family, and to the corporation. Give what you must. Would this be a good text to put on a t-shirt? Let us remember the story of the golden calf described in the 32nd chapter of the book of Exodus. How has today's society created a golden calf in the form of work and professional success? Consider how easily our professional ambitions can become our idol, taking away the time we could devote to spiritual growth and relationships with loved ones. In the 12th chapter of the Gospel according to St. Luke, we have the parable of the rich man who built larger barns. This story illustrates the emptiness of striving for self-sufficiency. Through work, and accumulating goods beyond basic needs. Consider the parable of the rich man who thought only of collecting earthly goods, not considering his spirituality or relationships with others. This example warns us against the trap we can easily fall into when our lives revolve only around work, success, and money. Isn't it true that excessive work and professional stress can separate us from what is most precious in life? Isn't it true that excessive focus on work stems from a desire to maintain control over our own lives and future, forgetting that true security comes primarily from God? Or is it just an ordinary escape from life? Modern companies and corporations have perfected the mechanisms of individual control. You enter the office, sit in front of the computer, and you can theoretically turn off love, longing, and empathy with impunity. In the second chapter of the book of Genesis, the Lord God took the man and placed him in the Garden of Eden to cultivate and keep it. Work was part of God's plan for man even before the fall. I do not deny it. It is the same here and now. But how can we regain a view of work as a gift and a way to serve others? How to avoid the traps set by the world for the caring and ambitious? God calls us to find true value, not in what we achieve at work, but in who we are as His children. Our work, though important, should not shape our entire identity. True value is in our hearts, in our relationship with God, and in the love we share with our loved ones. Perhaps it is time for us to reflect on our lives and ask ourselves whether we are sacrificing too much time for work, neglecting our families and spiritual health in the process. Let this reflection encourage us to find balance and reevaluate our priorities. May God help us understand that although work is part of our lives, true wealth and meaning lie in our relationships with Him and our loved ones. Let us not allow excessive work and professional stress to obscure what is most important in life. May God bless us all in building a better future